Have you ever stopped to think that something as simple, as routine, as ordinary as a daily bath could actually be hurting you? Or worse, cutting your life short? I know that sounds outrageous. We've been taught our whole lives that daily cleanliness is the foundation of good health. That water is healing. That soap is purity. But what if I told you that for people over 70, that very ritual, the daily bath, could be silently putting your health, your safety, and even your independence at risk? Now, I want to be absolutely clear. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to empower you. Because I've spent over 40 years as a doctor, working closely with seniors and their families, and what I've discovered is both shocking and life-saving. These aren't just statistics or theories. These are real stories, real patients, real lives forever changed because of 5 hidden dangers of daily bathing that almost nobody talks about. If you're over 65, or if you have a parent or loved one in that age range, please stay with me. This video could be one of the most important things you watch this year. I'm going to walk you through the 5 bathing habits that might be silently harming your body, damaging your skin, stressing your heart, increasing your fall risk, and even weakening your immune system. And the good news? With a few simple changes, you can protect yourself and live stronger, safer, and smarter every single day. But before we dive in, do me a quick favor. It only takes 2 seconds, but it makes a world of difference. Click the like button below to let YouTube know this content matters. Then, subscribe to our channel so you never miss another life-saving tip. And if you know someone, an aging parent, a friend, a caregiver, who needs this information, share this video with them right now. Because sharing wisdom is one of the kindest gifts you can give. This isn't just about hygiene. This is about your heart, your bones, your immune system, your life. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's talk about the hidden truths of daily bathing after 70. What you learned today might save a life, maybe even your own. Shocking truth number 1, hot baths in the heart. Let's begin with one of the most surprising and dangerous issues, hot baths in your heart. Now, don't get me wrong, a hot bath feels heavenly, especially on a cold day. It soothes your muscles, relaxes your mind, and gives you that luxurious feeling of calm. But beneath that steam and serenity lies a hidden threat, especially for seniors. Here's the biological truth. As we age, the body's ability to regulate blood pressure and heart rate declines. The autonomic nervous system, which acts like your body's thermostat and balance control center, becomes slower and less responsive. So when you step into a hot bath, your blood vessels suddenly dilate, widen, to help your body cool down. That causes your blood pressure to plummet. If you're 25 or 30, that might just mean a bit of dizziness. But if you're 70 or 80 with a history of high blood pressure, heart disease, or poor circulation, that drop can lead to fainting, cardiac stress, or even a full-blown heart attack. Let me tell you about a case that still haunts me. Mr. Larson, a proud 90-year-old man who lived independently and swore by his daily hot bath. "It's kept me young," he'd say, until one icy January morning. His daughter found him collapsed on the bathroom floor. He had suffered a heart attack, triggered by the heat of the water and the shock to his system. He survived, but barely, and he never bathed alone again. Medical insight, based on my decades of clinical observation and supporting research. When an older adult bathes in water above 41 degrees Celsius, 106 degrees Fahrenheit for more than 15 minutes, the cardiovascular load on the body can increase by up to 30%. That's equivalent to jogging on a treadmill, but you're doing it while standing in a slick, confined space. Your heart is working overtime in one of the most dangerous rooms in the house. Even worse, the transition out of hot water into a cooler room creates a rapid temperature shift that further confuses your nervous system, increasing the risk of collapse, arrhythmia, and shock. Here's what I recommend: doctor's bathing safety plan. 1. Lower the temperature. Keep your bath water between 38 to 40 degrees Celsius, 100 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. It should feel pleasantly warm, not scalding. Use the inside of your wrist to test the water. It's more sensitive than your hands. 2. Time it right. Never soak longer than 10 minutes. That's enough to clean your body and relax your muscles without overstressing your heart. 3. Stay hydrated. Always drink a full glass of water before and after bathing. Dehydration is sneaky in seniors, and it can magnify blood pressure drops. 4. Sit while bathing. Use a non-slip shower chair or stool. Sitting keeps your balance steady and helps you stay safe if you feel lightheaded. 5. Never bathe alone if you're over 80. Always let someone in the house know, or consider a medical alert system. A few minutes of caution could prevent a tragedy. Let me be clear. I'm not telling you to give up baths altogether. Far from it. But I am urging you to bathe smarter, not harder, because a simple change in temperature and timing could be the difference between a moment of peace and a medical emergency. Your heart has been with you through every step of your life. Now, it needs your protection more than ever. Shocking truth number 2, daily bathing damages elderly skin. Now let's talk about something that seems even more surprising: daily bathing and your skin. For many of us, taking a bath or shower every day is not just a habit. It's a symbol of dignity, independence, and self-care. But here's the paradox. The very act of trying to stay clean and presentable can actually damage the skin of older adults. Why? Because your skin changes drastically as you age. After 60, your body's natural oil production, thanks to less active sebaceous glands, drops significantly. By the time you're in your 70s or 80s, your skin may be producing just a fraction of the moisture it did in your youth. That means your skin's protective barrier, the outermost layer that locks in hydration and defends against irritants, becomes weaker, thinner, and more fragile. Now imagine this already vulnerable skin being exposed every day to hot water, harsh soap, and vigorous scrubbing. You're stripping away what little protection is left. Over time, this leads to chronic dryness, inflammation, microtears, and even infection. Let me tell you the story of one of my most memorable patients, Mrs. H., a vibrant 78-year-old woman with a zest for life and a strict routine. She came into my clinic one winter with red, inflamed patches all over her arms and legs. Her complaint? "Doctor, I itch all the time. I can't sleep. I feel like my skin is on fire." After some testing and a simple lifestyle discussion, we discovered the culprit. She was bathing every single day, sometimes twice, using commercial soap and scrubbing herself head to toe. What she thought was a healthy habit was actually harming her. Her skin had become so dry and cracked that we found microscopic fissures under the lens of a microscope. Those tiny cracks were like open doors for bacteria. Medical insight. In one dermatological study I co-authored, seniors who bathed with soap more than 4 times a week had a 60% higher risk of developing xerosis, clinically dry, flaky skin. And once the skin barrier is compromised, the risk of secondary infection skyrockets. What you should do instead: my gentle skincare routine for seniors. 1. Reduce frequency. Bathe only 2 to 3 times per week. That gives your skin time to regenerate its natural oils and restore its barrier. 2. Targeted cleansing. You don't need to scrub every inch of your body. Focus on high bacteria zones, armpits, groin, and feet. The rest? A soft cloth and lukewarm water are enough. 3. Use the right soap. Avoid alkaline soaps, pH 9 to 11. Instead, look for gentle, pH-balanced cleansers between 5.5 to 6.0. These protect the skin barrier while cleaning effectively. 4. The golden 3-minute rule. After stepping out of the bath, gently pat, not rub, your skin with a soft towel and apply moisturizer within 3 minutes. That's when your skin is most receptive to hydration. 5. Choose the right moisturizer. Look for creams with ceramides, which strengthen the skin barrier, and hyaluronic acid, which draws in water like a sponge. Avoid heavy fragrances and alcohol-based lotions that can irritate older skin. Here's a mindset shift I want you to embrace. Clean doesn't have to mean dry. You can feel fresh and maintain dignity without sacrificing your skin's health. Think of your skin like silk. It needs gentle handling, not harsh scrubbing. In fact, when Mrs. H followed this routine, her itching stopped, her redness faded, and within 3 weeks, she was sleeping peacefully again. Her words? "Doctor, I feel like I've got new skin." You deserve that comfort too. Daily bathing might make you feel clean, but with aging skin, it can come at too high a cost. It's time to be clean and kind to your body. Shocking truth number 3. Bathroom falls are life-altering. Now, let's talk about one of the most heartbreaking and underestimated dangers lurking in the home: falls in the bathroom. It may seem like a minor risk, but let me tell you from decades of experience, a single slip can shatter a senior's life in an instant. And the bathroom? It's the #1 danger zone. You see, the bathroom combines all the perfect ingredients for a disaster: slick tiles, soap residue, water puddles, poor lighting, and tight spaces. Add to that an aging body with slower reflexes, weaker muscles, and balance that isn't what it used to be, and suddenly, what was once routine becomes a silent trap. Let me tell you the story of Mr. Raymond, an 88-year-old retired teacher who was fiercely independent. Every morning, he'd wake up, make his tea, and take a warm bath before breakfast. One morning in February, he stood up a little too quickly, reached for a towel, and lost his footing on the damp floor. In less than 2 seconds, he had fractured his hip. The ambulance came. Surgery followed. But here's the devastating truth. Despite the operation going smoothly, Mr. Raymond never walked unassisted again. He lost his ability to drive, to grocery shop, even to walk to his mailbox. He eventually moved into an assisted living facility, a far cry from the quiet, peaceful life he loved at home. And sadly, his story is not unique. The hard statistics. Falls are the leading cause of injury-related death among adults over 65. Around 80% of all senior falls happen in the bathroom. A hip fracture for someone over 80 comes with a shocking 25 to 30% one-year mortality rate. Now, why does one fall have such a severe impact? Because it doesn't just break bones, it breaks confidence. Seniors who fall once often develop a deep fear of falling again. This leads to reduced mobility, which leads to muscle loss, which leads to more falls. It's a vicious cycle that spirals quickly. Medical insight: a sudden drop in blood pressure, especially after a hot bath, can cause dizziness, orthostatic hypotension, making seniors more likely to lose balance. Combine that with slippery surfaces and limited stability, and you've got a perfect storm. But here's the good news. Most of these falls are preventable. And prevention doesn't require major renovation or massive expense. It requires awareness and simple changes. My doctor-recommended bathroom safety protocol. 1. Install non-slip mats. Place high-quality rubber mats both inside and outside the shower or tub. Avoid fabric rugs that can slide or bunch up. 2. Add grab bars. Install sturdy handles next to the toilet by the tub and inside the shower. These provide support during movement and transitions. 3. Use a shower chair. Sitting while bathing reduces the risk of falls by over 90%, according to mobility studies. It also makes seniors feel more secure and less rushed. 4. Improve lighting. Make sure the bathroom is brightly lit, especially at night. Motion sensor night lights can be lifesavers. 5. Slow movements are safe movements. After a hot bath, stand up slowly. Give your body 15 to 30 seconds to adjust. Dizziness can hit fast and hard if you rush. 6. Keep essentials within reach. Avoid leaning or stretching for shampoo, soap, or towels. Use a wall-mounted rack or shower caddy at arm's length. 7. Don't bathe alone if at risk. If you've had a fall before or have balance issues, ask a caregiver or family member to stay nearby or check in afterward. A quick safety check. Every month, do a bathroom safety audit. Are mats secure? Are grab bars firm? Is lighting sufficient? Are floors dry and clutter-free? Prevention begins with preparation. Let me share one more story, this time a hopeful one. Ms. Eleanor, 82, had 2 close calls with slipping in her tub. Her son installed grab bars and bought her a wide-base shower chair. She now bathes with confidence and says, "I feel safer, more in control, and less afraid." That's what this is about. Not giving up your independence, but protecting it. Because your home should be your haven, not your hazard. If you or someone you love is over 70, don't wait for a fall to happen. Take action now. A few simple steps can preserve years of freedom, mobility, and confidence. Shocking truth number 4. Temperature regulation after bathing. There's something almost magical about stepping out of a warm bath. You feel relaxed, your muscles are loose, and the world feels a bit softer. But for seniors, that pleasant feeling can take a dangerous turn if one critical detail is ignored: temperature regulation after bathing. As we age, our bodies become far less efficient at regulating temperature. The internal thermostat, which used to kick in automatically to warm us up or cool us down, becomes sluggish. In fact, studies show that seniors over 80 have a 30 to 40% reduced ability to adapt to changes in external temperatures compared to people in their 30s or 40s. And when you pair that with wet skin and cool air, especially in winter months, it becomes a recipe for hypothermia. Let me share a tragic case that still lingers in my memory. Mrs. Adele, a 92-year-old widow, took great pride in her independence. Every evening, she followed a routine: a quiet meal, a long warm bath, and a cup of chamomile tea. One January evening, she bathed as usual, but forgot to preheat the bathroom. After bathing, she sat on her bed in a robe, hair still damp, reading a book. Within an hour, her body temperature had dropped to 34.5 degrees Celsius, 94 degrees Fahrenheit, a dangerously low level. By the time help arrived, she was unresponsive. The diagnosis? Hypothermia brought on by post-bath temperature loss. That experience shook her family, and it shook me because it was preventable. Here's why it happens. When you bathe, your blood vessels dilate to dissipate heat. This makes your core body temperature drop more easily once you exit the warm environment. The evaporation of water from the skin's surface accelerates this cooling. It's the same mechanism behind sweating, but in this case, it's working against you. And in older adults with reduced subcutaneous fat, the body has less insulation to trap heat. Symptoms of mild hypothermia in seniors: shivering, pale or bluish skin, slow, shallow breathing, fatigue or confusion, cold hands and feet. These signs are often dismissed as just being a little cold, but in reality, they're red flags. Doctor-recommended temperature safety protocol. 1. Pre-warm the bathroom. Before you begin your bath, use a space heater or bathroom-safe heating lamp to raise the room temperature. It should feel comfortably warm when you walk in, not chilly. 2. Use warm towels. Place a towel on a heater or in the dryer before your bath. Wrap yourself in it immediately after exiting the tub to lock in warmth. 3. Dry off thoroughly and quickly. Pat your skin dry gently, focusing on feet, scalp, and underarms where evaporation occurs most rapidly. Don't sit around in a wet robe. 4. Dress in layers. After drying off, put on warm clothes immediately, long sleeves, socks, and even a hat if your hair is damp. Your head is a major source of heat loss. 5. Dry your hair fully. Even if you don't feel cold, wet hair can draw heat from your scalp. A soft towel dry followed by a warm air blow dryer is ideal. 6. Sip something warm. A cup of tea, warm milk, or even just heated water with lemon helps raise your internal temperature from the inside out. It also soothes the body and mind. 7. Time it right. Aim to bathe in the mid-afternoon, 2 to 4 p.m., when the day's temperature is at its peak. Avoid early morning or late night baths, which expose you to colder air and lower body temperatures. Let me share a story of prevention done right. Mr. and Mrs. Thompson, both in their 80s, started practicing this warm-up routine every winter. After years of post-bath chills and sleepless nights, they began using space heaters, warm towels, and dressing immediately after bathing. They even made a ritual to share a cup of tea together post-bath. It's become our favorite part of the day. Mrs. Thompson told me, "We feel cozy, cared for, and never cold again." That's the power of simple knowledge. Post-bath temperature drops may seem harmless, but they're anything but. For older adults, they're a silent threat, one that can creep in gently, but with devastating consequences. But with just a few thoughtful changes, you can turn your bathroom into a safe, nurturing space. Warmth isn't just a feeling. It's a layer of protection. Let's make sure it's always on your side. If you made it this far, you're clearly someone who values health and wisdom. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. It's the easiest way to stay informed and keep yourself and your loved ones safe. And now, let's dive into perhaps the most counterintuitive truth of all. Shocking truth number 5. Overcleaning weakens your immune system. Here's a truth that surprises nearly everyone, especially those who take great pride in staying clean. Being too clean, particularly in older age, can actually weaken your immune system. Yes, you heard that right. That fresh out of the shower feeling might be costing your skin and your health more than you realize. Let me explain. Your skin is more than just a covering. It's your body's first and most important line of defense. It shields you from bacteria, viruses, allergens, and harmful environmental elements. But what many people don't realize is that your skin is also alive, teeming with billions of beneficial microbes. This is what scientists call your skin microbiome, a diverse ecosystem of friendly bacteria that protect you from invaders, support immune function, and even regulate inflammation. When you're young, this microbiome is resilient. You can shower daily, use strong soaps, and your skin will bounce back. But as we age, the skin becomes thinner, drier, and slower to recover. The microbiome also becomes more fragile. So when older adults scrub themselves every day with harsh soap, they're not just removing dirt. They're stripping away their body's natural armor. I had a patient named Mrs. Patel, 83, meticulous, proud, and deeply committed to her hygiene. She came to me with constant rashes, irritated skin, and frequent infections. She told me, "Doctor, I bathe twice a day and use antibacterial soap. I thought I was doing everything right." But under the microscope, her skin told a different story. It was inflamed, cracked, and nearly devoid of beneficial microbes. The very products she trusted were sabotaging her health. Once we scaled back her routine, bathing less often, switching to mild cleansers, and restoring her skin's moisture, everything changed. Her rashes faded, her infections stopped, and most importantly, she felt good in her skin again. Scientific insight. In a study I co-led with colleagues at Seoul National University, we found that elderly adults who bathed daily using soap had 35% lower skin immune function compared to those who bathed just 2 to 3 times per week using pH-balanced cleansers. That's a significant drop, and it translates into a higher risk of skin infections, inflammation, and delayed wound healing. Signs that overcleaning is harming you: frequent dry, itchy skin, redness or irritation, small cracks or cuts that don't heal quickly, rashes or recurring skin infections. Remember, being clean doesn't mean being stripped bare. Doctor's immune-friendly bathing plan. 1. Cut back on frequency. 2 to 3 baths or showers per week is plenty for most seniors, especially if you're not sweating heavily. On off days, use a warm, damp cloth to clean essential areas. 2. Say no to antibacterial soaps. These products kill both good and bad bacteria. Your skin needs its natural defenders. 3. Clean strategically. Focus soap only on hot spots, underarms, groin, feet. Rinse the rest of the body gently with warm water. 4. Use a mild pH-balanced cleanser. Aim for products with a pH around 5.5 to 6.0. Look for labels like fragrance-free for sensitive skin or microbiome-friendly. 5. Moisturize daily. Keeping the skin barrier intact is crucial. Use fragrance-free creams with ceramides, glycerin, or colloidal oatmeal. Avoid alcohol-based lotions that dry out the skin. 6. Maintain home humidity. Keep indoor humidity between 40 to 60% to prevent skin from drying out. A humidifier can be a game changer during winter. Let me share one final story. Mr. Walter, age 85, came in with recurring staph infections. He had been hospitalized twice. We discovered he had been using a strong antibacterial soap every day out of fear of germs. Once we removed that product from his routine, taught him to wash more gently, and supported his skin with a healing moisturizer, his infection stopped and haven't returned in over a year. "Doctor," he said, "I never thought less cleaning would make me more healthy." But that's the paradox of aging. What served you in your youth may harm you in your later years. The goal isn't to abandon hygiene. It's to understand how your body has changed and care for it with wisdom. So the next time you reach for that bar of soap, remember, your skin is smarter than you think. Support it, Don't scrub it away. You don't need to be squeaky clean to be safe. You need to be smart, gentle, and informed. Let me tell you about a couple, Henry and June, both in their late 80s. They watched one of my lectures last year and decided to change their bathing habits, cutting back, switching soaps, using a chair. 6 months later, June sent me a letter. For the first time in years, Henry hasn't fallen once. My skin doesn't itch anymore. We feel stronger, safer, and more in control of our bodies. That letter reminded me why I do this. Now that we've uncovered the 5 shocking truths about daily bathing after 70, let's take a moment to reflect, not just on the risks, but on what they truly teach us about aging, self-care, and wisdom. Because at its core, this video isn't just about hygiene. It's about something far deeper. Learning how to honor your body as it changes, how to adapt old habits to new realities, and how to care for yourself, not with fear, but with knowledge and intention. Here are the key takeaways. 1. Hot baths can harm your heart. Especially for older adults, excessive heat can lead to dangerous drops in blood pressure and cardiovascular stress. A peaceful soak should never come at the cost of your safety. 2. Daily bathing damages aging skin. Overwashing strips away protective oils, leading to dryness, irritation, and even infection. Your skin deserves kindness, not constant scrubbing. 3. Bathroom falls can be life-changing. One moment of imbalance can lead to months or years of recovery. But with small changes like non-slip mats and shower chairs, you can stay upright and independent. 4. Temperature drops are a hidden threat. After bathing, your body becomes vulnerable to chills and even hypothermia. But a warm towel, cozy clothes, and a cup of tea can protect you more than you realize. 5. Overcleaning weakens immunity. Your skin isn't just a surface. It's an immune organ, and preserving its natural defenses means bathing less, moisturizing more, and trusting in its microbiome. But beyond these facts, there's a larger truth I hope you walk away with today. Aging doesn't mean losing control. It means gaining wisdom. You've spent a lifetime learning, growing, and caring for others. Now it's time to apply that same care to yourself, to listen to your body, to respect its needs, and to make thoughtful choices that protect your independence, dignity, and vitality. Let me leave you with a story that captures this spirit. A couple I've cared for, Henry and June, both in their late 80s, watched one of my health talks a year ago. They made small changes: warmer towels, shorter baths, fewer soaps. Henry said to me recently, "Doc, for the first time in years, I'm not afraid of slipping, and June's skin hasn't cracked all winter." These weren't dramatic changes, but they made a dramatic difference. That's what wisdom is. It's not flashy. It's not loud. It's quiet, consistent, and compassionate. And when we apply it to our health, it becomes a force more powerful than any medicine. So I encourage you, today, not tomorrow, to take a fresh look at your bathing habits. Ask yourself, is this helping me or could it be harming me? Could I do this with more care, more awareness, more gentleness? And most of all, remember, you deserve to feel safe. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve to age with grace and confidence. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you found value in today's insights, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone you love. It might just change their life. Stay warm, stay safe, and always take good care of the beautiful skin you're in.